Choice time is a children's playtime. They select a play area by a simple and clear system. We have a choice meeting where they take part to make their wishes known and make decisions. They practice to know what they want by choosing their play area. Everyone gets an opportunity of being first and also where everyone sometimes has to be last. At 9 o'clock, after the boys' breakfast, they have the choice meeting. They start the choice meeting every day singing the same song. The boys sing about being good friends and liking to play together. They sing about that no matter what they get to choose, they're still always going to keep up their good mood, and even though the thing they wanted to choose is not available, they're still going to keep on to their good moods and not get moody. The boys go one by one, standing on the sun with hands behind their back, and say loud and clear, "My name is," and I'm going to choose, and whatever they're going to choose, the teacher then takes up the card and puts it aside to show that the thing that they chose has already been chosen and might then not be available to the next one. That way, the boys learn that they might not always get their first pick, but if they don't get their first pick, they're going to be able to choose something else. The main choosing areas are kuppakrókur or blocks, útisvæði or outdoors, sullkrókur or water play, leirkrókur or clay, fundurkrókur or arts and crafts, kuppastofa or big hollow blocks, and leikstofa or playroom with big soft pillows. In choice time, the material needs to be interesting and inviting. An equal number of children, like 2, 4, or 6, is a preferred number in an inside choice area, and then more can choose outside. And the length of the choice time also gets longer with age. And here you can see the boys playing in the areas that they chose. The boys in playroom, and another boy in coloring, and as you can see from the yellow lines on the table, then he knows exactly where to put the crayons when he's using them. And here you can see the boys in blocks, or kuppakrókur, like we call it in Icelandic. And as we all know, then it can be quite challenging for children to tidy up this many blocks, so that's why we have a very good system so the boys know exactly where to put each block. In the choosing time, the children play freely, but if they need any assistance, like here, then the teacher will come and assist them. On the floor, we have taped spaces, so the children have a place to go when they are in between schedules. For example, after the choosing time is over and they have finished tidying up, then they go and sit on one of those spaces until a teacher gives them instructions to do something else. Like here, for example, the boys are sitting on a space until the teacher invites them to come and join the others in the playroom. And this way of walking with their hands behind their back is just one way of going between places in an organized way. The children can also walk in a line holding the bottom of each other's shirts or in any way the teacher tells them to. So, really just in any way that does not distract them from where they're going. And the outdoor boys do the same. After they finish undressing, then they go and sit on the so-called waiting space. Here in this room, we have girls aged 2 to 3 years old, and they also do the choosing time. They do it the same way as the older kids, but the time they spend in their choosing areas is just not as long. They practice coming up one at a time to tell the teacher what they wish to choose, and the available options are visible in front of them to make the choosing easier. And as you can see, the choosing areas are set up the same way in every room, which makes it easier for the children when they move between rooms because everything is the same and they already know the setup and the rules. Same goes in the younger boys' room. They also do the choosing time in the morning, and the teacher is never far away. Here we have a little video that explains the choosing time in more details. It shows how everything is in its place, and it shows how we prepare the choosing time and make it ready for the kids. Here's the water play area, and the boys know exactly where to put their clothes meanwhile they are in the water play. The teacher helps the children in their seat without words. The teacher helps them and guides them to a path so they can continue playing themselves. The children can stand, sit, or kneel, stay on top of the table or under it, as long as they are within their choosing area. We make sure that there's always an equal share of everything. So if two choose water play, then there are two sets of everything. The children can of course communicate between choosing areas, but everyone knows to stay in their spot and not go running around. And even though the children are playing freely, the teacher is never far away and always ready to jump in for help or guidance when it comes to communication and play. During the choosing time, the teacher walks around making sure that everything is okay in every choosing area. And if all things are good, the teacher uses the time to clean up the room, set the table, sanitize the toilets, bring water to drink for the children, and just make sure that everything is ready for the upcoming lunchtime. And as our Macapaula says so brilliantly, the teacher's job is first of all to be a bodyguard and a police during choosing time.